Welcome to a new episode of the Rovers POV, and in today's episode we've got two teams fighting it out at the wrong end of the table who could both desperately do with the points. We've got Doncaster Rovers versus Peterborough United, so let's get into it.
Yes! Come on!
You put it out for him to score that.
First win 11 confirmed.
Doncaster Rovers currently sit just above the relegation zone in 19th place. Out of 24 teams in our last game, we had a 0-0 draw with Stevenage last weekend, which means we're now winless in 10 in the league, so we're now in double digits, and we really need to pick our win up. We haven't won since the start of September against Bradford in the league, and you know, we can say all this about we're playing well, just not sticking ball in back at net, but we've been saying that for a few weeks now. To be fair, we need to start scoring and winning matches, or we're going to find ourselves in big trouble. And speaking of which, if today's opponents Peterborough United win today, they will leapfrog us, which could mean we are in the relegation zone come 5 o'clock on Saturday, as Peterborough currently sit in 21st place out of 24 teams, the final relegation spot. And in their last game they played the same opponents as us at Stevenage. However, they were on the end of a 1-0 defeat, which ended 4 wins in all competitions in a row for Peterborough. And since Luke Williams has come in, he's done a fantastic job. Peterborough look a completely different team. And for Rovers, I think them losing midweek to Stevenage were absolutely huge. It stopped them winning 5 in a row and stopped that momentum of them 4 games before that. So in terms of this game today, I think it's going to be a tough one for both teams. To be fair, Peterborough have got to bounce back after that defeat. Is the honeymoon period over for Luke Williams, or is this going to be Rovers' first win in the league in 11, which is crazy to say. I'm going to go for a win for the Rovers. I think it's going to be a tough game. Peterborough look a lot better team under Luke Williams, but I am going to go for Rovers win. I think it's going to be a close one, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 win here, a clean sheet, and a win for first time in a very long time. So anyway, nearly time to head to the match. So just before we get there, please make sure you've subscribed to the channel on the road to 3,000 subs, and please like this video as well. Let's aim for 50 likes on this one. Let me know your thoughts on both teams and the match down in the comments. So now that things are done, we can head to match day. So let's head to the morning of the match.
Here we go then, another Rovers home game, so the usual routine for me, off to the local for 12 o'clock for a couple of pints before getting an Uber over to the Bellevue bar. And they had Stoke versus Hull on the TV, which I thought were going to be the match, but we changed over to Leicester versus Sheffield United just before kickoff. And then it was time to head to the Bellevue bar to meet the rest of our Rovers mates. But it was a pretty quiet one today, to be fair. My dad weren't here today, and quite a lot of others who we usually meet here weren't there either. But we decked it all out for Christmas, which were looking pretty festive to be fair. So a few pints of Madrid before we headed in, and like I say, everyone else started to make their way to the Bellevue bar. So then it was time to make our way in, and I was hoping they had the new festive fries on offer, which you'll find out very soon. But shout out to Andy's Man Club, who were here today, and the halftime message on suicide was superb. Basically, it's very, very important. Please make sure you're checking up on each other. And short news, they'd sold out very quickly, so I went for the usual, the salt and pepper chicken load of fries, which weren't bad either, and then headed out to our seats about 15 minutes before kickoff. About 2,000 Peterborough fans in attendance today, which were pretty good, to be fair, and they were really loud all game. So anyway, that's enough talking from me. Enjoy the match.
Yeah, come on, the teams. Come on, you Reds. Teams fans behind the goal there, about 2,000 of them. Fair play to the ones that have travelled.
Run away. Come on, Rovers.
Oh, bloody hell, win took that. Well, that's the Rovers there. Oh, the ball! Yes! Come on! What a ball that was! Get it. There's the clutch. Get in there.
1-0 to Rovers, Jordan Gibson with the goal. Fantastic work from right hand side with Sterry and Molyneux. Molyneux puts a superb ball in, kind of misses everyone, and then Gibson gets on at the end of it and puts it into a 1-0 lead. It's been bit of a scrappy game so far, but not really, late enough to tell who's really going to put one forward on it, but a great start for Rovers nevertheless. Let's see how this goes. Rovers won, Peterborough 0 after the score wasn't on advert, so I can't tell how long it's gone, probably about 5 or 6 minutes. One of our better teams that last 5 or 10 minutes or so. Forward score. Oh! Yes! Dixon again! Get in! As our duo took Rovers, Gibson once again, a fantastic ball through to him. He takes a good touch and slots it past the goalkeeper lovely. And Peterborough just started to come back into this as well, so it's good time for us to score. So 2-0 after 26 minutes, very good place for us at the minute. Hopefully first win in 11. Let's see what happens through the rest of the half. 1 minute to go in this first half, 1 minute. Oh, and a time added. Bit of had time to go, still 2-0 at the minute. Since that second goal's been pretty comfy for Rovers. They've looked in control of it, to be honest with you. With Peterborough not, looked alright between 1 and 2-0, but since we got that second, we've been well in control. So it was actually going to go into half time at 2-0 to Rovers, so let's see what happens in the second half. So up for half time, 2-0 to Rovers. So Rovers 2, Peterborough 0 at half time. A very good performance from the Rovers in that first half, with Jordan Gibson bagging a brace and looking very good indeed. So I went down to get my half time pint and I was thinking, please, we've not won in 10, let's please just keep this lead. So anyway, let's head on back for the second half and find out if it happened. So what we do then? Now they've been better team since the second half kicked off. They've come out, they've had a few chances to be fair, and it's good strikes to be fair, and brings us down to a goal advantage now. We'd really need a win here, so we need to up our game here, to be honest with you. They've made 2 subs at half time, and it's made a difference so far, so let's see what happens with the rest of the game. It's certainly on the second half. Hopefully we can pull it back to a 2-goal advantage. Rovers 2, Peterborough 1, with most of the second half left to go. Rovers, Clifton and Hanlon are coming on Sharp and Gott coming on to the field. Let's see what this does. Been a bit better since people scored their goal, but we've got to keep our standards high and ride this win out and hopefully add to our total so far. 2-1 to Rovers after 60 minutes so far. Oh my god. Getting closer, Peterborough. You put your house on him to score that. I couldn't make that much worse, to be honest with you. No subject Rovers, Gibson going off at Grain coming on.
Did well to me. Gibbs has been doing well. Molyneux looks pretty tired, so it's a bit of a strange one doing that to me. I think we had another defender as well, so let's see what happens here. But still 2-1, 2 for Rovers.
5 minutes gone, still 2-1, 2 Rovers, and Peterborough putting everything into this to try and get this equaliser. We've should have had a chance with Billy Sharp's fair, we could have made it 3-1, but kind of scuffed the shot 1-1 with keeper. But yeah, Peterborough have been more like that at the minute. We've just got to hold on to this win. We've got 50 minutes to do so. Hopefully we can. So let's see what happens. Still 2-1, 2 Rovers.
4 minutes by time to go. 4 minutes to hang on to this lead. Go on, you Reds.
At a time, still 2-1 to the Rovers, and yeah, we're hanging on this with Peterborough. Throw quite a bit at us, but just winner end product to be fair. They've thrown a lot at us, but not look like adding to the goal board. We've got a free kick here. That should die down quite a bit of this pressure, and we can hopefully ride out the rest of the minutes. But we need this win. We're not 1-10. We need to get a win on the board, especially the team below us as well. So hopefully we can hang on for these last few minutes. Rovers 2, Peterborough 1. About 2 minutes by the time.
Oh, I thought he'd spilt that. Jesus Christ. Oh, hanging on these last minutes of added time. Get in! Full time, Rovers 2, Peterborough United 1. First win in 11 confirmed. Get in there.
Okay, just got back from the match at full time. It finished Doncaster Rovers 2, Peterborough United 1, and that ends our 10 game without a win streak. So now we've won our first game in 11 and buzzing about it, to be honest with it. We really needed that result to be fair. So in first half, like I say, Jordan Gibson getting his 2 goals, 2-0 up out of a break. I thought we were playing pretty well, to be fair, but in second half, Peterborough, 5 minutes after half time, did get a goal back, and it was a good strike, to be fair. And throughout the half, like I say, they were pushing for it and, causing us a few problems. But, we held firm. Timmy made a few good saves as well. And, we kept him to just for 1 goal. And luckily, we were able to ride out the winners of this game and end our, 10-game run without a win. So now we've got to press forward. Like I say, hopefully we can keep this going, because not only does that, like I say, stop our games without a win streak, it also, increase the gap between us and Peterborough United, who were below us, which is vital at this stage of the season. And we've got obviously the FA Cup coming up, so we've got a bit of a gap in the league before we play Stockport on a Tuesday night, a week on Tuesday. So that's going to be a tough game. We've got some tough games coming up in December, so I think this win is huge in my opinion. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going from this game and keep performances going and climb up the table and away from that relegation zone. So, yeah, anyway, good luck to Peterborough United for the rest of the season. Hopefully, you can climb your way out of the relegation zone and stay safe this season. So, in terms of this video, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to it, please make sure you subscribe to the channel of the road to 3,000 subs, and please like this video as well. Let's aim for 50 likes on this one. Let me know your thoughts on the game and both teams in the comments, and please remember to follow my social media and Gittings PT on pretty much everything. So the next match on the channel is going to be on the Tuesday. We're sticking with Rovers in the Virtue Trophy round of 32. We've got Doncaster Rovers versus Chesterfield. So match on the Tuesday. Video will be out on Wednesday evenings. Make sure you check back then to find out how that match went. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.